horrendous experiences, the banks need to step in and optimize their electronic banking platform.
Nothing breaks the news like the news. Trust me, I can prove it. I do it every morning on Morning Crossfire from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Nigeria Info 95.1, and I'm Femi D. Join the biggest conversation around the national politics every day in a way that is trustworthy, full of passion, and yes, covers the biggest politics and the stories that matter to you. See, you have all the reasons to find out what's going on in Nigeria and be engaged differently. Let's talk. That's the way to go, even this morning.
I did write it in. And finally, morning family, the cashless economy now. Wow. Yesterday I waited for 45 minutes and more at an ATM close to my office to get only 20k. People were already queued up at the ATM before money even came. After close of work, entered the filling station in my area to buy fuel, just to hear that you must have cash because their POS terminal is not working or other POS stand near there is working. Earlier, my colleague at the office has told me a similar experience in Banex filling station. I had to buy from my kids' provisions yesterday, but not even yesterday night. That is used to pay with cash. Even the thing that shocked me is the local trader was telling me that Oga Sef, they pay with card. Even the policy is affecting me somehow. It's for the good of the nation. God bless Nigeria. Felix from Finance Quarters in Abuja had the rating in. All right, let's break it off. Let's go for the headlines at this time.
Nothing breaks the news like the news. Trust me, I can prove it. I'm ready. Let's take on the biggest debates on radio, provide insights, experience, and build an unforgettable discussion together. I am Femi D.
Many thanks for joining in. Let's go through some of the biggest stories as we have them across the papers for today. As always, we like to review stories across 5 major newspapers for this very morning. It's the first day of February, and we're excited that you're here to join in. You remember you can watch the live broadcast as we have it right now going on YouTube. Yes, I said it. On YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja, or just search for Nigeria Info FM Abuja on YouTube. I'm live right there now, and you can drop your comments as you go on. But in order for you to be able to participate in the YouTube community, remember you have to subscribe to the YouTube channel. You'll see a subscribe button just below the video, and also a bell that's just close by to it. That will allow you to be notified every time we go live. So let's go live right now as we read up your comments and also get your views in on YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja. A similar experience on Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. Okay, with that said, we'd like to review stories across the papers, knowing fully well that the stories have been published under the editorial guide of various publishers, and we on Nigeria Info are only informing you of the headlines as we have them for today.
This is Morning Crossfire.
Let's take a look at stories from this day, Daily Trust, The Sun, Leadership, and Punch newspaper. Now, let's read off from the likes of this day now. Cash swap. Old bank notes redeemable only at CBN after deadline, says Emefiele. INEC, NNPC meet over impact of fuel scarcity on elections. Credit Switch meets regulatory standards for data protection. ECOWAS to deploy election observers to Nigeria. Again, Tinubu attacks Buhari. And then other headlines we have here. You'd also find stock market gains 1.08 trillion naira in January. World Bank, Enugu government disbursed 3.4 billion grants to 1,700 farmers. Keeping up with all the stories here, you find Adeni says incoming administration must address forex exchange and other challenges. Well, these are some of the leading stories as you find them in this day newspaper for today. Moving on to Daily Trust now. Tawa's aide dies after stampede at Atiku's rally. 2023, Army talks with Kwankwaso Obi says Atiku. TikTok, a trend or business opportunity hub. The benefit of growing broadband penetration in Nigeria. Vote buying in Nigerian politics. NNPC takes over 4 oil wells from ADAX. Muruja Kunya, controversial TikToker, setting Arewa social media on fire. Emefiele finally meets reps over new Naira notes crisis. New notes were disappointed in banks. Emefiele. ISWAP distributes old Naira notes to passengers on Bonu Highway. Wait, what did I just read? ISWAP distributes old Naira notes to passengers on Bonu Highway. Okay, I read correctly. I'm just in shock. All right. Presidency flays PDP over reports of stone pelleting in Kano. Banks must collaborate to fight illicit practices, says Edun. Assess pensions, other top investment rankings for PFA in 2022. DPO gone down in Benue. What late Emir of Dutse told Tinubu last week. Bauchi Guba campaign, 1 dead, another injured from gunshots. That's according to police. INEC takes delivery of materials in Benue and Nasarawa states. All right, well, these are some stories that do cover interesting viewpoints and, of course, news items in daily trust. Now, through the Sun newspaper, Naira redesign, depositors fund intact, says Emefiele. And then petrol scarcity may affect elections logistics, says INEC. Give students holiday to go and vote, Obi tells universities. Other stories, Lekki Deep ports turn new bride as landlocked countries dump Cotonou, Togo. You also find PDP hits back, calls Tinubu Senel ancestor for describing Akwa Ibom governor as boy. Government stops pro-Tinubu Shetima solidarity rally in Niger over security concerns. Fifth columnist spreading fake news to destabilize elections, says federal government. Nikon, underwriters have not been fair to us. Well, that's some story there. Nikon, all right, got there and there. Reps approve Buhari's 1 trillion naira loan request, defer approval on 22.7 trillion naira extra budgetary spending. You will end well in office. Primate of Nigerian Anglican Church tells Governor Ogwai. Other stories of interest this very morning, I'm looking through right now. You also want to read about Nigeria decides 2023 Osun Tribunal verdict has shown loopholes in Beaver's technology. Adewale of PDP Lagos West candidate speaks up about this. Rivers will punish PDP national leadership, says Wike. Enugu Doctors National Disability Group make case for Umba's election. All right, well, these are stories from the Sun for today. Now to Leadership newspaper, just to take a look at what the Leadership newspaper is putting together now. Odinga says technology can be used to rig elections. Emil Dutse dies at 78. Petrol scarcity, military, police, warn marketers. NNPC ends 24-year contract with Adax Petroleum, recovers 4 oil wells. Nigeria's public debt rises to 44.06 trillion naira in third quarter, according to the NBS. Credible elections and an economy in transition. Insecurity, that December 31 deadline. Insecurity, that December 31 deadline. Osun politicians making uninformed comments to discredit Beavers ahead of 2023 polls, says Guinea. Wiki accuses PDP National Working Committee of anti-party activities. Atiku will release Kanu as president, says Okonkwo. All right, well, these stories here and there from leadership. You'd also find of interest 400 farmers to benefit as NALDA establishes Sokoto Farm and Feed Mill. Now to the Punch newspaper for today. Herders demand military's apology over Nasarawa accidental bombing. Housewife, son, beat in-law to death over meat. Housewife, son, beat in-law to death over meat. Gunmen kill DPO, 5 others in Benue. NUC can't shut schools for elections, says ASU. Labour Party governor candidate, others boycott Obi's Yola rally. OPC members burn Oshumbeka over stolen money. New Naira racketeering, EFCC to raid Lagos, Kaduna, Port Harcourt currency hawkers. Protests as Ekweremadu wife appear in UK court. Presidency, Falaye Fort Kanu attack, APC demands probe. Corruption index, Nigeria maintains poor ratings, ranks 150. Reps dump 22.7 trillion naira loan request, OK's 1 trillion naira borrowing. How 100 bandits ambushed, killed 7 NSCDC personnel. That's according to a director from there speaking about that. Other stories, gunmen killed DPO, 5 others in Benue. Man, 47, allegedly defiled 7-year-old girl. 1 killed as tanker crushes 3 Lagos tricycles. Court remands Lagos auto dealer over wife's death. All right, well, these are stories here and there. As you find, Transport Union gets government approval is also in the Punch newspaper for today. Well, those are the headlines as we have them across the Punch newspaper, Leadership, The Sun, Daily Trust, and This Day.
This is Morning Crossfire.
Do remember, the stories have been published under the editorial guide of various publishers, and we on Nigeria Info have only informed you of the headlines as we have them for today. It's time to take on your calls. At this time, we ask of you to follow through with our editorial guide. Your calls need to be devoid of hateful speech, lies, fake news, and abuses. We ask of you to be truthful and factual as you share with us on Nigeria Info. All right? And we also plead with you to keep your emotions in check as you discuss your viewpoints respectfully on Nigeria Info. We'd like to take your calls on 0700-951-0000. Okay, that's 0700-951-0000. You can also join in on 080-9597-4869. Okay, with that said, you can also connect via the WhatsApp line, which allows calls to come in as well, on 080-999-30137. Let's take your calls at this time.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
Good morning to you. Welcome to the show. Hello, good morning to you. Oh, that is stature, so let's move across board. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Oh, that is stay idea. That's strange. Good morning. Hello. All right. Let me go to the WhatsApp line and give this a try. Good morning to you. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Mr. Femi. Good morning, sir.
Good to connect with you. How are you today, sir?
We bless God. My name is Abila.
Abila, good to connect. Let's talk.
Yes, I greet everybody. MFLA said he's disappointed in banks over the new currency. I believe since he's the one that printed the new currency, he should distribute the currency across the banks. Because yesterday I was in the bank, it was only, you can only do transfer and the transfer was not going. There was no withdrawal. So how can they give what they don't have? Mr. Femi?
Yes, I'm with you.
Yes, if we are to go cashless, our network's supposed to be in order. Because we want to be like the international committee. But our network is not in order for us to practice this. So God will help us in this country. And killings of, I think, is it DPO or that had over the newspaper you read? Mr. Femi, our country is turning to something else.
It's sad, actually. It's a very sad situation.
It's a very sad situation. These are people's husband, these are people's children, these are people's uncle, and these are people's brother. May their soul rest in peace. And may God help us in this country.
Amen.
Thank you, Mr. Femi. God bless you.
Thank you so much as well, Abila. Good morning to you. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Mr. Femi.
Good to connect with you. What's your name?
Happy New Month.
Same to you, sir.
This is your brother from North Central, living in Cuba.
Okay.
Mr. Femi, Atiku Kanu, if elected as president by Mr. Konko, I fully agree with Konko. Atiku is a unifier. Atiku loves this country too much. Atiku is if Atiku coming to the presidency, government of Atiku is coming government of national unity. Because Muhammad Buhari and APC fell lack of interest that like all this killing, the settlement of religion, settlement of the tribe and the religion. If you see the government, you succeed. And that's what is in APC. That's why you saw it. I advise Nigerians, let us come out massively 25th of this month and vote for Atiku Abubakar.
All right.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you for your time as well. Okay, let's take on another call, yeah? Good morning to you. Welcome to the show. Good to connect with you. Ooh, it's not working out. I barely can hear you. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Femi.
How are you
Morning,
today?
Femi.
Oh, yes. Good morning to
Good
you.
morning to all listeners. Oku is my name.
Welcome.
Yeah, Okonkwo said that if Atiku assumes as the president, he will release the Nnamdi unconditionally. Atiku will not be the president of Nigeria. A Northerner will not succeed a Northerner. It's unfair. It's unfair. Family, how do you see it? A Northerner will not succeed a Northerner. And a Muslim will not succeed a Muslim. Let us be our brother's keepers. Let us fix this country. All this way we are going, you can't help us. And they know that we can put our hands and look in them. They are rude and we are done the loot. It's unfair.
Okay.
The herdsmen kill a policeman, DPO in Benue State. It's unfortunate. Government should sit up on insecurity. I even afraid to mention about insecurity. Because if we say it, some people will see as they don't know what they are saying. But I'll continue to say.
All right, okay.
Sit up. Mr. President, sit up.
Okay.
Thank you, family. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much. All right, well, interesting viewpoints. Let's get in another call now. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Dr. Femi.
Good to connect with you. What's your name?
How are you today, sir?
Very well, sir.
My name is Moses.
Oh, Moses, you will need to speak up. You started with so much energy. Let's keep that up.
Okay. It's about the same cry everybody's crying. CBN policies, cashless, and all that. The thing is, Nigeria is not ready for a full cashless policy yet. We can be mixing it. We can be doing our cash and cashless. You can see that in the last 1 week or so, or 2 weeks, the level of bank transactions, internet transactions has increased.
Yes.
I think that is why it is too heavy for the system to carry. And that is why it's fluctuating. You understand? Over the weekend, it was difficult to do transactions. Yesterday, it was difficult to do transactions, and so on and so forth, And then, I want to comment on Momizi's, but Momizi should be fair to Nigerians. If we in the urban areas are suffering this, then you can imagine what's happening in the rural areas.
Okay. Your comment suggests that she's been unfair on the situation. What area exactly?
She's been unfair, yes.
What exactly?
She has been praising the whole cashless policy, saying she's with mommy, she's with the president on this, she's with Emefiele on
But she has the right to have her own opinion. I mean, I don't see a challenge to that. Like you have yours, I'm sure she has the right to her own. Okay, not well. It looks like he has left. Everybody has. Yes, don't. It's unfair for you to pick on her. Okay, it's very unfair for you to pick on her for our own opinion. Moses,
I didn't pick off. I didn't.
You picked her name, and that's just selecting somebody from the pack of all those who think about it. I don't think personally that the CBN policy, is bad. I think it's good. It's just the method in which they've chosen to deliver on it is where the problem is. That's my challenge with it. That's my challenge.
2 years. Even the UK gave 2 years.
Yeah, they do 1 year. They do 2 years in the United Kingdom, depending on the occasion. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for that. Yes. Let's leave it at that with you. Thank you so much. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. All right. Keeping up with all the calls. And let me read some YouTube messages now. As we have it now, here's one of those messages. Donald writes in this very morning. Oh dear. Hi, good morning, Femi. Akeem writing here. Oh dear, I'm trying to get a hold of this. Oh yes, I have it now. Good morning, Dr. Femi. Akeem saying good morning. And then Damon Donatus also says good morning on YouTube. Mwazo John Lasisi from Jigo Buhari says cashless policy is a mess. Somebody trying to send money to me since yesterday, but it did not go through. Well, where are we going from here? Gabriel Kanu says good morning, Femi D, and all Nigerian for family. Akim Mohammed says cash swap only redeemable in central bank after deadline. Because do we have a central bank office in our local government, or would we have to visit the CBN in Abuja? Well, I know there's CBN offices across states, but not in local governments, okay? Charles Rudo says, Oga Femi, good morning. Happy New Month to my fellow texters and listeners and callers. Happy New Month to all. I agree with Mommy Z in all this morning. Please, can we have the opportunity to call? Yes, you can. Eteng Eric writes and he says, our government are not feeling what we are feeling right. Charles Udo says, best time you are having a guest. Because it's the same thing that happened during Kiamu, so that people won't start suspecting my family member. But you guys were great. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Well, one essential truth is this. When they do come in, they're always on a very tight time period. And you have to engage them to an extent to say, stay on for a little bit longer. And it takes a lot of time to actually get them. They say we have a reputation on Nigeria Info, both the callers and the presenters of being very, we have a way of marshing and getting our points out that comes off as aggressive. So I know of a politician who said he would never, after months of me pushing him to come on Nigeria Info, say, would never, these people, I would never come on the platform. You'll be surprised at things I get after many months and weeks of trying to track that person down. But thank God Mr. Dele Alake agreed just in good time after a few weeks of trying to get him on. Okay, Beckley Atabo says, good morning, FMD. TikTok is a platform for so many opportunities, especially online side hustles. But out of the 10 opportunities, one or none accepts Nigerians. Network light and scammers that put us off. Paul Billu says, good morning, FMD. Nigeria shall be great again. I swap distribution of old Naira notes to passengers. Nigeria shall be great again. Umaru Owaz, good day, says, God day, rather, says, good morning, FMD. Come and kill DPO in Benue. It's unfortunate. God will see us through. Nobody is secure anymore. Happy New Month to you as well. All right, I'm keeping up with the calls. I've got just about time for just one more call.
Thank you, Dr. Femi D. Amele. This is Abubakar calling from Gwagwalada.
All right, Abubakar.
Why should Dele Alake, a communication expert, propagandist of Tinubu during his tenure as governor of Lagos?
It was a commissioner for him. I don't know about propaganda. I just know it was a commissioner for him.
I did my statement.
Yes.
So why should he become a night guest, evening guest to our popular radio station? Why? He didn't welcome call from the listeners.
I didn't say it didn't welcome call from listeners. No, don't let's. Please, Abubakar, you know your assumption. You're quite a notable voice. If you make this assumption, somebody takes it up and thinks that is what was said. That was the same experience I had to do with the Kiamo experience as well. Please don't let's start things that is not true, and people will assume that it is true, and then put us in a tough situation. Please. Unfortunately, we have 40 seconds to go because of the adverts.
Thank you for the opportunity.
All right, I'm sure you will reach us back. Please don't let's make assumptions that are not true. If you really want to speak, follow through with some of our guides. When we have some of these people, they essentially tell you, oh, we have limited time and the likes of that. But we just have to make the best of the situation every single time. We'll do the best we can. When we can, we take it. When you can message, we take your messages, all right? Let's leave it at that. We'll go on the break, and then when we're back, we'll talk more. Right here on Nigeria Info 95.1.
Nothing breaks the news like the news. Trust me, I can prove it. I do it every morning on Morning Crossfire from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Nigeria Info 95.1, and I'm Femi D. Amede. Join the biggest conversation around the national politics every day in a way that is trustworthy, full of passion, and yes, covers the biggest politics and the stories that matter to you. See, you have all the reasons to find out what's going on in Nigeria and be engaged differently. Let's talk. That's the way to go, even this morning.
Hello, my name is Kimberly Nwachukwu. I'm the host of Hard Facts, and I bring you the biggest stories driving conversation every weekday here on 95.1 Nigeria Info Hard Fact Show. I love to get your opinion and conjectures, but the facts you cannot dispute here on Hard Facts. Join me and let's talk.